it was foreshadowed a long time ago that this is not the only members of Diabolo's guild. Still don't really like the fact that Fairytale still hasn't won against Diabolos that much. But I guess this does confirm the I guess the obvious question. But now it is at least confirmed that yes, Diabolos Guild are the main antagonist of the 100-year-old quest. At least for Team Natsu. For the rest of Fairytale, I don't know. Maybe it's the White Mage Toka who is the main antagonist for them. But this is only about the team, which is pretty ironic though, that this is only about Team Natsu, and yet Laxus is on the cover. So strange. Either way, Mad Mole, the armored guy, is beaten, but unfortunately not defeated. As so when no, as Lucy gives Wendy new clothes, although technically those clothes are not exactly one thing I would consider best. Gray also arrives back and says that they need to take care of him. And of course, Madmol, as I said before, stand up even after Purgatory Flame, but it's worth noting that he has serious burns on him. I don't like the fact that he didn't get beaten like that. Kyria also is feeling trouble as her clothes begins to melt, but Ersa is okay because she has disinfired armor. However, Elsa finally counters that ability and delivers a powerful slash. Alas, that is not enough to defeat her, as the Ash guy managed to save her before that happens. So, but he does admit that they are in a disadvantage as he notices that they are strong, and saying that as he then suddenly begins to say that aren't you, when Natsu says they're gonna that they must leave the water dragon alone, the skull guy just says that Skullrion just says that how's that different from us? Of course, he just says that since he has lost his power, we no longer has interest. However, he also says as long as there's dragon involved, we eat it. You can't stop us. However, he does also admit that the three of them are at a disadvantage, but they are also a guild of dragon eaters, meaning that they have a lot of them. I don't really like that. I mean, I like the fact that we're gonna have more antagonists, but if Team Natsu struggled against these jerks, are you telling me we're gonna throw them into despair of struggling with the others too? Please, please don't struggle too much with all of this despair. Let Fairytale defeat them, because Grey was ready to take on this guy, this Scullion or whatever. And it's worth noting that Grey always keeps a promise, and that promise is, as long as ever since he had the mark of Fairytale on his chest, he has not lost to the same opponent twice. So that just means he won't not lose a second time against that opponent. At least I don't think so. So the Ash guy makes all of his teams disappear together with him as Ash, as they leave the ship, who actually turns out to be a ship made of ash too. Almost like Ash make magic, but Grey is actually pretty stunned, saying that there can't be make magic that precise, probably implying that the well, wait. Now when I think about it, that actually that may actually answer a question. I just thought of this, but this, of course, it could very well not be that, but because after all, I mean, what I was gonna say is this could explain why the Dragon Eaters did not get motion sickness, but of course, then I just remembered that doesn't explain why the other Dragon Slayers did get motion sick, though. However, I still want to go with the theory that maybe the reason why the Dragon Eaters were not sick is because this was made by someone's magic, therefore, and they knew it technically, so they weren't on a vehicle; they were on someone's magic. But Natsu and gang didn't know that, so for them it was a vehicle. Or it could very well be that they're unaffected by it because it wasn't a Dragon Eater's magic, but for normal Dragon Slayers like that. I mean, I want to believe it's something like that. It's stupid as it sounds, but it's clear that the Skull guy is powerful. The fact that he has abilities to even teleport people away. But with this, it is 100% confirmed that Diabolos Guild is is the main antagonist of the arc, or the 100-year quest, Because we cannot forget one thing: the water god, dragon god, is only the first stop. The old timer Elbion asked Team Natsu to either seal or defeat the four dragons. Was it five dragons of this continent? Meaning it's very likely that the Diabolos are gonna hunt for them as well. And we all know what happens then. Unfortunately, though, it does seem that we're gonna get into another problem because a long time ago, you remember what the water god, dragon god, said, that he needed to have his he needed to get his power back that Toka stole for him, so that he could return everyone to their normal self, while also saying that he needs to be sealed because the end of this um chapter really puts a dangerous new spin on the thing, and that is that the water dragon god awakens. However, the buildings begins to shake as suddenly he grabs his assistant by the throat and just says to her to get away, possibly implying he is struggling with something. Uh, Whatever is happening, something is not good. Because this may very well answer another question. As you recall, the water dragon god said, "No, I must be defeated and I must be killed or sealed." But he cannot be killed until he get all his power back. This seems to imply why. The water dragon god may have lost the power, but that also means he cannot control the power. The power is consuming him, perhaps. Or it could very well be that he wants to be sealed because there's something about him that he can no longer control. And that is perhaps his more dangerous side. Who knows? All I know is that it was a chapter of the fact. I like the fact that Team Natsu won this round, but I hate the fact that Diabolos managed to escape this time. So it's a fleeting victory, and probably very likely means that Team Natsu are not gonna have so easy time the next time either. But it also means we're gonna meet more of the arrogant dragon eaters. Oh joy! But I guess it's a joy in itself. But what is happening to the water dragon god? Is he losing a power because when Toka took his magic power, she also took a part of his personality that has slowly been consumed? Or does it mean something else? All I know is that despair is on the air. But that is Fairytale 100 Year Quest from me, the Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer. What were your thoughts on it all? Do you think that Gray can win against the Ash guy? And also the fact that he says they can't be make magic that precise. Does that imply that the Skull Man has something more in his sleeve rather than just dragon eating? I don't know, but if Gray rematches him, I hope he can defeat him. So give me your thoughts if you have any.